the body is different from the soul. How we are the spirit, soul, and body is a covering given to us. And yesterday we saw that there are 8.4 million dresses for the soul. And according to our desire, according to our action, every time we choose a different dress for us. Like how much ever bank balance we have. Yeah. So how this this is given to us different types. So it is our desire, what we desire, how we want to be in our next life, and what is our karma. Not only desire, I may desire to become a very rich person in the next life, or very beautiful in the next life, or very intelligent in the next life, but then my karma also should support my desire. If my karma and my desire are like the combination of both is good, then I may get the body. So it's a tailor-made body, 8.4 million species. We go, Krishna discussed that. We will do some yesterday, what we read, we will. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitaye Kripa Pradayane Gaura Katha Dhamadaya Nagara Gramatarine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we had given the summary of the first few shloka, what we had done. And today we will just do a quick summary of what we read yesterday. Those who could not attend yesterday for some reason. So we were reading about the quality of the soul, that how the soul never dies. It is always been there. And body is slain, but the soul is not slain, because the size of soul is very small, and also soul is eternal. Then we saw also that body goes to this changes and the soul is the same. Sometimes you must have heard people saying, I'm like young from my soul. I may be very old age, but my heart is still young. People say in a joke. So what is that young thing is there in the thing? It is the soul. Soul never gets old. Even though the soul is the oldest. Ajo Nityo Shashvat Ayam Purano. But it is always been young, because there is no change happens in the soul. Soul does not undergo any of these changes. Then we read that it cannot be killed. No one can kill the soul because it is indestructible. So no weapon. So yesterday we also saw that no weapon, neither the fire weapon or the wind weapon or the water weapon. There are different kind of weapon Arjuna was going to use in the battlefield. And he was thinking maybe those weapons can kill the soul. Krishna says no. Neither, none of these can kill the soul. And then we saw that how the soul is changing the body. Vasamsa jirnani yatha vihai. So as the old garment a person gives up and accept the new garment, similarly the soul gives up the old body. When the body is old, body is not very useful, then soul gives up that body and attain a new body. And then we saw that how 8.4 million species are there. There are 9 lakh species of aquatic, 2 lakh species of plant and trees, 11 lakh species of insects, 10 lakh species of bird, then 30 lakh species of beast, and 4 lakh species of human life. So human life is the only rarest, 4 lakh only in the human life. So this is how, so in this, like when we get the insect, so there are various kind of insect. When we get the aquatic, there are various kind of aquatic. When we get the plant and trees, there are various kind of plant and trees. So different in that segment, we can get anywhere. So like that, we keep changing. And then we saw Nainam Chindanti study. It cannot be cut by weapon, cannot be burned by fire, cannot be moistened by water, cannot be withered by wind. It is unbreakable and cannot be burned. Is insoluble and cannot be dried. Is everlasting, exists everywhere and unchangeable. So these are the quality of the soul. So if somebody asks you, what is the quality of the soul? So this is the definition of the soul. It's immovable, it's eternally the same, it is imperceptible and inconceivable, it's immutable or without changes. Knowing it to be thus, you should not grieve for the body. So at no point of the time, Arjuna was going to destroy the soul, because he cannot. Nobody can destroy the soul. Soul is eternal, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the one of the shloka, it says, Mamaya Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Mamaya Vamsho. Amsha means my Amsha. This Jiva, when Krishna talks about the Jiva, it doesn't talk about the only human being. It says Jiva, any living entity, whether he's in the body of bird, beast, plants, aquatic, human, anywhere. All those comes under the category of the Jiva. So he says, all these jivas are my fragmental part, Ansha, my Amsha. And since they're my Amsha, they are Sanatana. Like Lord is eternal. Lord has no birth, death, old age, and disease. He is always eternal. So similarly, being the part of the Supreme Lord, soul is also eternal. So we are in this material world, which material world is considered to be the Ashashvatam. Ashashvatam means temporary. So whatever belongs to material world is temporary. You can see around you everything. It may look like it's very long, but everything has an expiry date. We make a house, it stays for some time, then again it gets destroyed. We are the human being also, we have certain age. We buy anything belonging we have, it has certain time it will be there. We will see the next shloka actually. Avyaktani, Bhutani. There Avyakta, Vyakta and Avyakta. That is the nature of material world. It is not there, it will come into being for some time and then again it will get, its life will get over. So material world, everything is temporary. And since we do not belong to material world, we are the eternal soul, we belong to Supreme Lord, we are eternal. So this way we have to understand also that we don't belong to this world. We are misfit into this material world. And that is the reason you must have heard many times people are searching for the happiness. We are searching because we don't belong. So we are trying to see where I can get it. The place you belong, you know where is what. But the place you don't belong, you have to search for. The soul does not belong to this world. Soul is eternally a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So this is the difference between the body and the soul. So since like there's a normal, a very common story about a lion cub started living in the with the some animals in the jungle. He lost his parents, and then he started behaving like them only. He forgot that he is a cub of lion. Is a child baby of the lion. So he thought, I maybe belong as this bhediya, I am also like them. And he started behaving, his voice, his eating pattern, his living became, because he from the very childhood he was living with them. So one day he went to a riverside and he saw a lion there, and lion was shouting, and then he looked at lion and he looked at him and he said, oh, I belong to you. I look like you. He said, yeah, you look like me, but you're not behaving like me. He said, then what? He said, no, you can behave like me. You are like me exactly. And then he gave him his identity, that this is your identity. You are not a bhediya ka son, but you are a son of a lion. And then he got to know, and then he got his identity. So similarly, Krishna is trying to give Arjuna his identity, that you are not the body. Actually, you are worried, all your compassion, all your thought process is only for the body. But actually, you are not the body, you are the spirit soul. So Bhagavad Gita, don't think that Bhagavad Gita was spoken for Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita was spoken for each one of us. Krishna is personally talking to us. When you want to talk to Krishna in person, you should open Bhagavad Gita and read. Krishna reciprocate each one of us individually through Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is, Arjuna was a medium. He was just the nimitta. But through Arjuna, Krishna wanted to give this wonderful knowledge for us. So this is that is the reason it looks very, very valuable for us, and very, like when you read Bhagavad Gita, you will understand, feel that it makes so much sense for me. It never will, you will never feel, oh, it's very obsolete knowledge. I don't know. I cannot relate with Bhagavad Gita. It is never, it will not happen. Very much we can relate with Bhagavad Gita because it is made for us. Sometimes people say, oh, Shastras are an old thing and now things have changed. So I don't think it is relevant anymore now. Things have changed. But yesterday I showed that there are amendments everywhere, but there is no amendment in the scripture. Because scriptures are God's word, and it is written for us. So there is no amendment or changes made in that. So then soul exists everywhere, on the land, in the water, air, earth, according to our desire. And we accept any type of body according to our karma and desire. So now, if you remember, it was a little bit twist yesterday. Then Krishna, once he was talking about the eternity of the soul, and then he wanted to give the other perspective of the soul. And he said, even though for 1 minute you think that the soul is also like a body only, it's not eternal, even though you should not be worried for it. And he gave the another reason. He said, even if you think it is born and die, still you have no reason to lament. Why? Because then he gives this a very beautiful example. Jatasya hi dhruvam mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyarthe natvam shochitum arhasi. Anyone who has taken birth is sure to die. So even if you think that soul is, you do not consider soul, you do not know soul, you do not have any understanding about the soul, and you think that the soul and body is same only, even though you should not lament, because whosoever has taken birth is sure to die. You cannot save them. So Arjuna was disturbed because all these people will be killed. He said, anyway, even if you don't kill them, they are going to die. One thing is very important here, that this principle of that anyone who has taken the birth is sure to die does not give us an opportunity to kill the people for our enjoyment. It is by natural process. Krishna has given them the age, and Krishna decides how much a person has to live in this body, how many years, how much karma. Yesterday we discussed in a great detail about the karma, that and every time we have sanchit karma, and every time some karma comes as a prarabdha to us in our life. And for that prarabdha to go, there is a certain amount of time is given to us. 30 years, 50 years, 70 years, 90 years, 2 years, 1 year. In this particular time, you will enjoy or suffer due to your karma. That is your prarabdha. So we do not have right to take away our life or anyone else's life also. So that does not give, anyway he has to die. Sometimes people say that anyway they will die, especially when it comes to the animal. People say, if you do not kill them, everywhere they will be populated. So we are helping to kill them to maintain the eco balance. No, we are not. We are creating, we are reproducing, we are making them to kill them. So it does not allow us to unnecessary killing. So Bhagavad Gita is based on principle like a gravity. Anything you throw up comes down. That is a law of gravity. Wherever you throw, whether you throw here, whether you throw in America or England or Germany or Africa or France or South Africa, law of gravity works. So Bhagavad Gita is also based on the principle, and it is always their time, place, and circumstances, always based on the principle that Bhagavad Gita never talks about any religion, any caste. It talks about the human being. It talks about the being. It talks about the soul. As a soul, we are all equal. So now this is a very important shloka where Krishna will talk about Avyaktadini Bhutani, Avyakta Madhyani Bharata, Avyakta Nidhrani Eva, Tatra Ka Paridevana. He says, all the created beings are unmanifest in their beginning. Avyaktadini. Avyaktadini. Adini means in the beginning. Adini. Adini means the beginning. Avyakta. Avyakta means unmanifested. Bhutani. Bhutani means living entity. When we use the Sanskrit word bhuta, it means that talks about the living entity. Vyakta Madhyani Bharata. So they are all in the beginning, they are unmanifested, all the living beings. Then in the middle, they are all manifested. Avyakta Nidhani Eva Tatra Ka Paridev. And at the end, again, they become unmanifested. Like there is a building, initially it is not there, and then it is there for some time, and after some time again we see nothing is there. So Avyakta, Vyakta and Avyakta. So we are also like, there is no being, then we manifest for some time, and then after our age overs or our time limit overs, then again we become Avyakta. So before that we were Avyakta, after that we will be Avyakta. We are made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. There are 21 elements which a living entity is made up of. The knowledge acquiring senses, the working senses, the sense objects, 20, then mind, intelligence, ego, 23. Like that, there are 21, 23 elements are there from which the living entity is made. So when our life get it over, then again we change into those Avyakta. So Krishna says that every living being is Avyakta, Vyakta, and then again Avyakta. So why you are worried? What is the Tatra Ka Paridevana? Why you are lamenting about it? So even though you know that you forget about the soul, you do not understand anything about the soul. Body also will be there, not there, and will not be there, will be there, and again will not be there. So now in these two shloka, Krishna is trying to prove that even if you don't understand the eternity of the soul and you consider yourself as a body also, you should not lament, because body is not permanent. It is temporary. It will be there for some time. One who has taken birth will surely going to die. What does we understand by this? If all of us are going to die one day, and if and we also know that in the previous shloka Krishna says, Jatasya, one who has taken birth is sure to die, and after death one is sure to take birth again. It is not that death ke baad everything is over. Some of the religious principle, they say that this is the only life. There is no punarjanma. There is no your karma carries forward or all anything. This is the only life. But Bhagavad Gita does not say that. Our Sanatana Dharma does not talk about that. Sanatana Dharma says that anybody who has taken birth will die after some time and will come back again. That is called the samsara, this cycle of birth and death. So again they will talk. So this is the cycle. We can see that he was in mother womb, then he became this old age, death. Then again the soul lives and goes and again takes birth in some other body, not necessarily human body. So when we are taking birth again, what we are taking with us? When we are going from one place to another place, we take so much information. If I have to go to some place, so I will start inquiring about that place, right? How it is there, what kind of temperature is there, what kind of living is there, what kind of food we will get. which currency will be useful, what kind of visa is required, and locally how we can book our hotel, what kind of, so what we have to see as a sightseeing. So many things we start inquiring about that place. Before 3 months only, if we have to take a holiday, before 3 months or 6 months only, we start planning what we need to do, how we have to go, which agency we have to book the ticket from, which flight we have to take. So many things we plan for going from one place to another in the earth only. Now, this is a journey where we are going to take again, leaving this body, and the soul goes to the next body. Do we not require to think what we are going to carry with us? How my next life is going to be, and what I want to be in the next life. If I want to be like this, what I have to do for this? Are this not a reasonable question to ask? If I want, it's a tailor-made body. So if I want to be a human again, then what I need to do? If I want to be an animal, maybe I desire to be a dog only. I think I like so much dog, I want my next life to be dog. So what I need to be doing that? Animal body, human body, tree body, bird body. Most of us, of course, want to be a human being only. So what we are going to carry with us? Our currency will not work. Definitely there is another currency. There is another kind of life. So we have to inquire about, and that is called Brahma Jigyasa. I want to know who am I and what is going to be with me after this life. What is the purpose of my life? So for this life only, we are doing so many preparation. For this life only, for 100 years, we do so many preparation. When I become old, I should be having enough money. I should be having the life insurance. I should be having a nice house to stay. And my children should study like this. We have so many plans. So those plans are good for this life. But simultaneously, we have to make the plan for the next life also, because we are going to get a next life. So that intelligent person tries to make the plan for the next life also. So he says ki everybody is there for some time, so you should not be lamenting for it, because that's a law of nature, that here everything is temporary, everything comes with the expiry date. Krishna has sent us with the expiry date, and everything in the world he has also sent with an expiry date. So here we see that the subtle body is made up of soul, which is Satchit Ananda, and gross body is our earth, water, fire, air, ether, and the mind, subtle body is mind, intelligence, and ego, which carries the soul. Mind, intelligence, and ego carry the soul. So our gross body remains here. What goes is a subtle body. Subtle body carries the mind, intelligence, and ego. That is what yesterday somebody asked, the impression in the mind carries forward to the next life. So this soul carries this subtle body. Our soul is carried by the subtle body, mind, intelligence, and ego. Even when the living entity are not visible, their subtle and gross body exist invisible in potential form due to their karmas. As the element like earth composing the body always exists, the law conservation of energy remains. But in the course of time, things are unmanifested and unmanifested. So they are there. Body is not seen, but their raw material is always been there. Earth, water, fire, air, ether is always there. Only thing, the combination of it makes a human body itself for some time, and then again it gets destroyed, and then again that form is there. Whether one believes in the existence of soul or not, there is no need to lament for the loss of body. So whether you understand that soul is there or not, even if you understand soul is not there, only body is there, also you should know. So Krishna gave both the perspective. Krishna, actually, that is the correct thing, soul is there, soul leaves the body. But for some people, even if they don't understand, also they should not lament. So here it is showing that a big skyscraper manifested from the earth. When it is dismantled, the manifestation begins again unmanifested and remain as the atom in the ultimate stage. So sometime we see that there was land, and after some time you see that, oh, the building has come. And now those who are living up 70, 80 years again say, oh, there was a big building, now nothing is there. So this is how it is. So now so much importance he gave about the soul, and now he's talking about the how people see at the soul. When we hear about the soul, what comes in your mind? How soul is so amazing. We have an elephant body or a human body, such a big body, and just a tiny soul is giving all the consciousness. That tiny soul leaves the body, and we are all dead. How amazing the soul is. Do you think like that? What is this soul? I want to know about the soul. What is it? How it is like it's so important thing of like an integral part of my life. So here Krishna says, Ascharyavat pashyati kaschid enam, Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanya, Ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti, Shrutvapi enam veda cha naiva kaschid. Some look at the soul as amazing. Some describe him as amazing. And some hear of him as amazing. And while others, even if they hear, they do not understand anything about it. So some people, most of us, we are, how amazing it is, so nice. The soul is like, I am a soul, I cannot be hurt. Sometimes, if we are very relaxed, nobody can kill me. All what is happening is to my body. That is the reason the principle of Bhagavad Gita says, if somebody comes and says something to you, good or bad, you should tolerate, because it is not, you are not that body. All the reaction is only for the body. You are not the body. Why you are worried? Like yesterday we read that Matra Sparshas to Kaunteya Sitoshna Sukha Dukha. Sukha Dukha is all for the body. Nothing belongs to the soul. Soul even doesn't belong to this world. And I am that. I am not the body. So it gives us the comfort that I should not be bewildered by anything. Everything is happening to my body, and body is anyway temporary. So why should I be worried so much? But even though after hearing some people, they don't believe in the soul. They think, it's some imagination. There will be some class of people, they will not have belief in that, and they'll think, oh, it is some imagination. I only see the body, so I believe in body. Some people have the saying that seeing is belief. Actually, the spiritual life में seeing is not belief. That is a very basic understanding, that seeing is belief. Because we are very limited. We cannot see everything. Our vision is so limited that we can see only towards a particular distance. Our senses are imperfect. We can hear to a certain, this audibility is there to certain hertz. And there are more. It's not that this is the only thing, that is the only what I see is there. So then comes the guess. Like something is there. I would give you example, how to acquire the knowledge. This is not the part of this, but I'm just giving extra. Because I want to achieve some knowledge. So I want to see, but I don't know what is happening. I'm sitting here, behind this, there's a wall, and behind wall, there is a room. Now, I cannot see what is happening in that room. So how do I know what is happening in that room? How do I know? So I cannot see. There's one thing. My vision is imperfect. I cannot see. Then the next thing is I guess. Maybe people are sitting there and talking to each other. Maybe they are sleeping. Maybe they are eating something. Maybe nobody is there in the room. All is my guesswork. It may correct, it may not be correct. Guesses always have a 50-50 chance. It may be correct, it may not be correct. So their second way to receive the knowledge is guesswork, which is not correct also. Then the third is somebody from that room comes out here and tells me, oh, we are all sitting in that room and we are just playing some games. So now I know particularly what is happening in that room. If there are 5 people sitting and they are playing the game, which is the perfect knowledge? Somebody coming and telling me that what is happening there. Not because I can't see, so I anyway cannot see. The guesswork is also the guesswork, maybe absolutely wrong. But a person coming from there and telling me that this is what we are doing is a perfect knowledge. So this is called the, first is seeing, is belief, second is Anuman, guesswork, and third is Shabda Praman. Shabda Praman is the way we should receive the knowledge, then it is a perfect knowledge. And for us, reading this Bhagavad Gita or getting the knowledge of the spiritual word is, Shabda is the Shastra. Sadhu, Guru and Shastra. So Shastra is the Shabda Praman. Now you will say the Shastra is also written by somebody. How we think that it is correct? That person also may be imperfect. Then maybe what he has written is also imperfect. But Vyasadeva, who has compiled all the Shastra, and you all must be aware that the Ganesh, who has a wisdom, Lord of the wisdom, he has written all the Shastra. Now, do you think that they will also be imperfect? Vyasadeva was the incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord, other way we understand, Supreme Lord was incarnated in the form of Vyasadeva to write or compile all the scripture, to give this knowledge to us. So he had chosen the Ganesh to use it and write everything in the form of a book. Before that, Shastra was not written. So those are the perfect, they are the Supreme Lord. They cannot be wrong. So whatever is written in the Shastra, there is not, and it is accepted by all the authorities. There are, as we have our syllabus is coming from the Harvard or Stanford or some best universities of India and IIT or somewhere. It's correct because it is coming from authority. It is coming from a proper, authentic university and this thing. And everybody accept that. If you do a degree from those colleges, you take your degree anywhere, people will accept it. Similarly, when these scriptures are accepted by all the thoughts of school, those who are in the spiritual life, those who are practicing this, it has been accepted by them. The Shankaracharya, the Ramanujacharya, the great Acharya, Madhvacharya, they've all accepted it. This is all perfect. And that is why it is perfect. So astonishing soul, though the soul is atomic, it exists and spread throughout the bodies of gigantic and microbiotic entities. So even the microbiotic is there or gigantic, the same soul is there, and same soul gives the energy to both. Yet it is untouched by the bodily changes. With many such contradictory qualities, the soul is really astonishing. So this is the soul. So now Krishna will end the section of soul here in this shloka. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitum arhasi. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. So Krishna started talking and end with 20 shloka talking about the soul, the quality of the soul, the presence of the soul, everything he spoke about the soul. And you are not the body, you are the soul, and how the body is temporary, how the soul is eternal, everything he spoke. And he said again, so where he says that you will be there for some time, even if you don't believe in the soul, you should not lament. That was giving one perspective. Actually, Krishna again conclude this by saying that the one who dwells in the body, his soul can never be slain. So there is existence of soul in you, and you are the soul actually, and you can never be slain. Nobody can kill the soul. Therefore, you not grieve for any living being. So first reason for Arjuna was compassion. Compassion for killing the people. All these people are going to be killed, and Krishna remove that fear, that emotion from Arjuna by giving him knowledge about his own identity and the identity of others, that what you are. So you do your duty. You don't think that you are going to kill anybody, because the body is only to be killed. And again, the principle is there. By this principle, we cannot kill others' body. Arjuna was a Kshatriya. Arjuna was doing a dharma yuddha. So he was allowed to kill. Not that anybody can take the weapon in the hand and go and kill and shoot the people, that I know you are all soul, so your body is anyway going to die, let me all kill you. That is not been given. So this section is over. Now the next section start Bhagavad Gita. It is 31 to 37 shloka. So as I said, this chapter has a 72 shlokas, one of the largest, 70, and the summary of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Now Krishna will talk about the Sakam Karma. The next thing Arjuna had told that I will not be happy. What pleasure I will gain by killing all these people? How will I enjoy? And also he said it's all sinful. If I kill all these people, it's sinful. I don't want to incur sin by killing these people. So now in this, Krishna will remove those doubts. And here it talks about Sakam Karma, performing the prescribed duty gives enjoyment. So as a normal human being, when we follow the Varnashram Dharma, when we perform our duty very sincerely, it gives us some kind of enjoyment. So here Krishna will say conditional duty, Sadharma. So there are two types of dharma for the living entity. One is Swadharma and it is acquired dharma. Acquired dharma is like we are, as a soul, we are two, body and soul, right? So there is a dharma of the soul and dharma of the body. So since we are not on the dharma of the soul as of now, at least we should perform the dharma of the body. When we situate ourselves in the consciousness of the soul, then dharma of the body is not required to perform. Then nothing has to be done. Then they say anybody who performs the devotional service does not follow any ritual. But till the time we are not performing the dharma of the soul, at least perform the dharma of the body. If we do not perform the dharma of the soul or the dharma of the body, then whatever we do is called sinful. Some dharma we have to perform. If you are not devotional, that at least becomes Sakam Karma. And Sakam Karma means please the demigod, do certain things, some activities acquired by your nature, acquired by your body, acquired by your like birth. Some dharma is there. So do your dharma, at least whatever dharma is there. So Lord Krishna answers Arjuna's question of no enjoyment in this part. Lord says if Arjuna performs his dharma of fighting, there will be enjoyment both in victory or in loss, in earth or heaven respectively. So Krishna will say, even if you kill the people, you are an Arjuna in the win-win situation. So as a Kshatriya, you perform your Kshatri dharma. And Kshatri dharma, as a performing your Kshatri dharma, if you are killed in the battlefield, any soldier who is killed in the battlefield, he goes to the heaven. And if you win, then you will get your kingdom back. So you will enjoy your kingdom. Right now, none of you have any place to stay. All of you are on the, just roaming on the road because you have no place. So if you win the war, then you will get your kingdom back and you will enjoy. You'll become, Yudhishthir will become king. All of you brother will become also like a king and you will enjoy. And if you lose, and if you are killed in the battlefield, then also it is good. You will go to the heavenly planet because you are killed in the battlefield. You are performing your duty, you are killed. Then you've been given a respect to go to the battlefield. So you are in a win-win situation. So now in this section, Arjuna, he will talk about the Sakam Karma. Duty Sadharma. The duty. Swadharmam api the Swadharmam api chakshe swa na vikampatum arhasi dharmayadhi yuddhakshreyo anya kshatriya na vidyate. Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principle. And so there is no need for hesitation. Swadharmam api chaks. You are a Kshatriya, right? Kshatriyas na vidyate. You have, and as a Kshatriya, like Brahmanas are giving knowledge. Kshatriyas are to protect the society. Vaishyas are meant to do the vanijya, business. And Shudras are there to serve the people. So you have taken birth as a Kshatriya. Your dharma is as a Kshatriya dharma. So for Kshatriya, they look forward for the yuddha, battle. And it has come to you in your way. The Kshatriya do all their life the practice and they wait that when the time will come, I will show all my caliber. So there is no better engagement. You cannot be like a Brahmana. Why Krishna is wanting to tell this? Because right now, Arjuna was acting like a Brahmana. Nature of the Brahmana is give up. I give up, I sacrifice, I don't consider any material benefit. I don't want to enjoy the material benefit. This is the nature of Brahmana. Arjuna was acting like a Brahmana, but actually he was a Kshatriya. So Krishna will tell further actually, you don't do like this, because later you will be, right now the spirit of Brahmana is there in you by seeing your people. But after some time that spirit will go and again you will come in the Kshatriya mode and you will repent for it. So you better fight. Because this is your instinct. You are a Kshatriya. So this is your instinct to fight. So don't act like someone else. So you do your duty. So he says there is no need for any hesitation. And then destination, what will happen? Yadakshayas chopapannam swargadwaram apavritam sukhina kshatriya partha labhante yuddham idrisham. Yadrakshaya chopapannam swargadwaram apavritam. They all the doors of heaven will be open for you. Sukhina kshatriya partha labhate yuddham idrisham. So if the fighting comes onslaught to you, and you even lose the life, the doors of heaven will be open for you. Your destination will be Swarga. People aspire to go to Swarga. Sakam Karmi, they aspire to go to Swarga. Devotees, they do not, but the Sakam Karmi, they aspire to go to Swarga. So he says, O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planet. So Kshatriyas actually wait for this opportunity. When the opportunity will come, and I will, like if you talk to some soldiers, those who are there standing on the border, they feel very happy actually, but sometimes the war is there. I also participated in the war. I got an opportunity. Otherwise, the whole of my life only I was practicing. I never got an opportunity to real war. So actually they wait for it. Sometime I should get that opportunity to show my caliber and kill the people and do all my first to save my country and do something for my country. So they wait for it. So he said, you are a Kshatriya, you are getting this opportunity. You should go ahead, and by doing this, the door of heaven will be open for you. The immortality of the soul described earlier does not recommend unnecessarily violence. As a Kshatriya, Arjuna's dutiful fight for the noble cause of eliminating inimical king is religious violence approved by the Supreme Lord. Again, it comes. It does not matter that you go and kill. So what happens when a Kshatriya, when a soldier goes and kills the people in the border, the more he kills, the more he gets the medal. He killed 20 people and he get a good big medal. The same person comes and kills in his village 2 people, he'll be put behind bar, because there he's representing the country and he's doing for some cause, and here he's trying to kill people for his own whims. So this we have to understand. This should be very, very clear, that whenever you are doing the action for your sense gratification, there is a bigger reaction. That is the reason Krishna in 3rd chapter will talk about the Nishkam Karma. This is a difference between the Sakam and Nishkam. Sakam Karma, I get some result. Nishkam Karma, I get no result. Because Sakam Karma, because I desire to get some result. I want to enjoy the fruits of my action. So I get to enjoy all the fruits of my action. Nishkam means I do as a matter of duty. So Krishna will shift it, Sakam Karma to Nishkam Karma, the next chapter. But right now he's talking Arjuna as a Kshatriya. Okay, you are Kshatriya. Okay, you are doing. Krishna is teaching from building from the base. Actually, Krishna is building from the base. So he's saying, as a Kshatriya, you should do it. And I approve this war, so you do it. And then he says, Arjuna had given so you remember that Arjuna's questions was there, Arjuna's dilemma was there, and he had told that why he should not fight. Now Krishna is answering one by one all his why. Now here in this shloka he says, Ata chetvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tata swadharmam kritim kirtim cha hatva papam avapsyasi. So Arjuna said, if I kill these people, I will incur sin. Because killing is bad. They are my guru. They are my grandfather. They are my brother. How can I kill them? And just for the sake of the Rajya Sukha Lobhena, I'm going to kill them all. No, I don't want to kill them. I don't want to incur sinful reaction. So Arjuna was worried that by killing these people, he will incur sin. Now Krishna says, he has turned the thing and he says, if you do not do your duty, you will incur sin. No, Arjuna, you are standing in the battlefield and it's a dharma yuddha. It's your duty to fight. And if you do not perform your duty and if you run away from your duty, then you will incur sin. A person who run away from his duty always. So whatever duty, it is not about Kshatriya. Sometimes we also run away from our duty. Oh, in the temple, many times some people will come and they will say, oh, I want to join the temple. Why you want to join temple? Too much problem is there. I cannot study. I have no money at home. And I cannot take, or my marriage life is very, very miserable. My wife always fights with me. So I want to become brahmachari. That is no reason to become brahmachari. That is no reason to give up everything and come. We have to perform our duty. Whatever duty has been given to us, we have to do it very sincerely. But this is a very fine line over there in how to perform the duty. Krishna, as I told yesterday also, Krishna has always given a lot of importance in performing the duty. But simultaneously, he is also given how to perform the duty. The problem is that we are stuck to perform the duty. We do not know how to perform the duty. We have our own ways and means, and that is why we are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. In the reaction, action and reaction, action and reaction. So what Bhagavad Gita will teach us, that you do your duty and this is the way you do your duty. And then you will be free from all your reaction. And then you will become happy. Then you will not incur any sin. Then you will become liberated after you leave this body also. So this is an art of living, how to perform duty, how to do the duty very sincerely, and that how will be taught in Bhagavad Gita. We all know that whenever you talk to somebody, you should attend, you should learn Bhagavad Gita. No, Bhagavad Gita talks about karma, duty. I'm performing my duty. My dharma is to take care of my family. My dharma is to go and work and just do. All these things comes later. Right now I am doing my dharma. What we are doing is actually not dharma, because we do not know how to do dharma. We are doing adharma only in the name of dharma. So we have only limited knowledge. Krishna says, that shloka will come here little later also. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Krishna said, you do your duty. I am doing my duty. How? Do you know how to perform your duty? What comes under your duty? There are two duties we discussed. Duty of the body, duty of the soul. Are you doing the duty of the soul also, or you are doing only the duty of the body? And that also duty of the body, how you are doing it. So incomplete knowledge. So here Krishna says, however you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins. So both the ways we have to understand. If you do not perform your duty, I have been given some responsibility as a man or woman or mother or brother or sister. If we do not do our duty sincerely and run away from duty because it is very difficult, then also it's sin. Because anybody who is there, Krishna has given us in this life, we have some reaction, some karma to perform with them, to use some karma with them. If we do run away, then still I have to go through those karma. So not with this person, with some other person. So we have to go through it. We have not met our husband and wife and children just like that. We have some karmic reaction. With everyone who has come in our life, we have some karmic reaction with them. We have met them all in before and we have some karmic reaction, and that is why we are there in one family, this thing. Some people are there to give us happiness. Some people are here to give us distress. All this is our karmic reaction. So we cannot run away from all this. So you better do your duty very sincerely. Otherwise you will incur sin. So Krishna told Arjuna that you are a Kshatriya. So you cannot run away from. So now, earlier Krishna was giving him the higher lordage, body and soul you are killing. And then he said, you do your duty, at least for the duty's sake, you perform your duty. Otherwise, you will be, your reputation of the father, this as a soldier will be lost. And what will happen? Krishna will say in the next shloka, Akirtim chapi bhutani, katyashyanti te avyayam, sambhavatisya chakirtir marnadati rachyate. What will happen? People will talk ill about you. Akirti, infamy. Do you think when you run away from the duty thinking that I'm very compassionate, I'm leaving all these people and I'm just being very, very nice to them and I don't want to kill them, and they are going to be considering you like this? They will say, oh, Arjuna ran away from the battle without even fighting. He was like a coward. So they are not going to give a good words or pleasing word to you. They are going to talk ill about you. Katyashyanti te avyayam. Sambhavatisya chakirti. And once your kirti is lost, you are like a dead person. For the honored person, if they lost their, they say now that if your character is gone, everything is gone. If the health is gone, some wealth is gone, something is gone, health is gone, something is gone. But if the character is gone, everything is gone. So if somebody comes and talks about you like this, ki Arjuna was a coward and he ran away from the battle, for you it will be worse like a death. You can't even tolerate that. Do you think that people are going to praise you for doing this? In the middle of the battle, you are standing and now you are saying that I'm giving it up and going away, and you think that everybody will appreciate it? No, nobody will appreciate. People will talk ill about you and you will not be able to tolerate this. So Krishna is trying to convince. You can see that how Krishna was so personal and trying to take care of each and every emotion of the Arjuna and through Arjuna for us. So Bhagavad Gita, sometimes it is called as like a love letter, which Krishna has written for each and every living entity. Is this not relevant for us also? If we do not perform and people can say, hey, you have not done your duty nicely, we feel so bad about it. We want to protect our respect. We want to, that is the only thing we always want to, like, we can never lose it. We don't want to lose it actually. So he says people will also always speak up of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. So you better fight. Can I take 2-3 more shloka? Do we have time? I want to finish this section, if you are okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. I'll go a little bit faster to just 2-3 shloka. Criticism. What will people do? So what they will do? They will talk infamy, they will criticize you. Avyachya vadamscha bhuvam vadishyanti tavahita nindas tattvam samratyam tato dukha taram nakum. They will do ninda, they will criticize you for doing this. You think you are doing very generous. People will not take it as a very generosity. They will criticize you. They will talk ill about you. And there will be no, what could be more painful for you? Tato dukha taram nakum. It will be so painful for you later. Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? They will always talk bad about you. They'll not accept this as a very, like, you have done something great for them. Rather, they will criticize you. And you are a Kshatriya, and I know you cannot take those criticisms. Because you are not doing it. You are not running away because you are not capable of doing this. You are capable. From your side, you are being very generous. But for them, they will say, no, he was not even able to do. Arjuna was so frightened. Even before the war started, he ran away. So it will be very, very painful for you. Hatvo va prapsyasi swargam jitva sa bhokshase mahim tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya kritta nishchaya. Very, very nice verse. Hatvo va prapsyasi sargam. If you are killed, you will get the swarga. Jitva va bhokshase mahim. If you if you win the battle, you will enjoy. Bhokshase, you will enjoy. Mahi means king. You will become king and you will enjoy. So both the ways, it's a win-win situation for you, Arjuna. I'm telling you. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya. Therefore, tasmad means therefore, uttishta means get up. Kaunteya means, oh son of Kunti. Why Arjuna? Krishna will call Arjuna different names here. So here he is called as a Kaunteya. He is reminding, you are son of Kunti. You are coming from a very reputed family. And by doing this, you are spoiling the name of your family also. You have to protect at least the name. Sometimes we say, na, you protect your family name. Your father, your great-grandfather was so great. Now you are spoiling their name also. So you are the son of Kunti. You are having great heritage. And you are going to spoil their name also. Yuddha krita nishchaya. So with the determination, now you fight. Hato va prapsasi sarga. If you are killed, you will get the heavenly planet. Jitva va bhokshase mahi. If you win the battle, you will become the king and you will enjoy the kingdom. So therefore you get up and with all your determination, O Arjuna, fight. O son of Kunti, you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planet, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight. So in this section, Arjuna was taught to do the Sakam Karma, duty as a Kshatriya. Perform your duty as a Kshatriya and be very gracefully, you do it and enjoy. Arjuna was having the doubt that how will I enjoy? He said, both ways you are going to enjoy. Arjuna said, I will incur sin. Krishna says, no, if you don't do your sin, duty, then you incur sin. So Krishna was trying to refute what Arjuna said and give him a new perspective to fight. So we'll end here. And next section, we'll talk about the Nishkam Karma. So probably next class, next Saturday and Sunday, we will discuss about the Nishkam Karma Yoga. Hare Krishna. So you want me to
Mataji.
quickly, we will see that Sakam Karma, this section we learned today. Swadharma, there are two Swadharma. One is the dharma of the body, dharma of the soul. Right now, Arjuna was taught the dharma of the body. He will be also taught of the dharma of the soul. We have to do, there are two types of dharma. So we have, as a body dharma is there as a duty, and the soul dharma is to become devotional duty. So here Krishna is told about the conditional duty, swadharma, like body duty. And he says, you will enjoy both. It is your duty to fight. And you should know for a Kshatriya, there is no better engagement. So therefore you should fight. And by fighting, you will go to Swarga. And if you do not fight, you will incur sin. So, and people will talk about your infamy. And I think in between we miss this. Bhayadranadu partam mamashyante tvam maharata yesham cha tvam bahumato bhutva yasyasi laghavam. The great general who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant. Bhayadranadu partam. Because of the bhaya, you ranat upartam. You left the battlefield. They will think about it because of that. We did not read the shloka, but we discussed this. That people will think that out of fear you have run away from the battlefield, and they will criticize you. And if you you are killed, you will go to Swarga. If you win, you get the kingdom. So both the way it is good. So therefore you get up and fight. Hare Krishna. So now I will be open for any question if you have any. Any comment from your side? Question, comment, realization, suggestion?
We can't see the soul, unfortunately.
No, we can see the soul by the consciousness. See, we can understand by the principle only. If the soul is not there, we are not alive. The soul is there.
For us, it is the heart pulse,
Yeah.
heart thumping. For us,
Yes.
it is soul.
Yeah, that is the soul. Yeah, of course, that is the soul. That is the one which is giving the whole. Actually, the soul, we read in the previous class, the soul reside in the region of heart only.
Yeah. It is just a tiny thing, which is a pacemaker. That is the soul for us.
So the soul reside in the region of heart, and heart gets the energy to pump the blood through the soul. Because as
Yeah.
soon as soul loses the body, the first thing the heart heart stops. That's the doctors first see. Oh, your pulse is not there. Your heart has stopped beating now. You're dead.
Yeah.
Right? Because the heart gets the energy from the soul. Yes.
Yeah.
So there was some question yesterday somebody had asked. Lata, can you put this question in the chat box? Let me see.
Okay, Mataji.
I will see, otherwise wait. The question was, we all human have needs to fulfill, and in pursuit that we become slaves of our body and mind, and sometime of our heart too. Do we also become slaves of our soul? We are the soul, and the soul never changes. Does that happen? We becoming soul of the soul, slaves of the soul. Isn't that a healthy action? See, we all have, that's what I said. We all have a duty to perform. But we should know how to perform the duty. So if we know how to perform the duty, then you are not slave. We are slave only when we do not know how to perform the duty and our duty is entangling us. If we know how to perform our duty, then we are not slaves. Like Arjuna was not ready to fight, but now he's fighting as Krishna is telling him to fight. So Arjuna will get up and fight. So even the fighting for him becomes a service to the Lord, because he's following the instructions. So while performing our duty, when we follow the instructions of the Lord and the scriptures, then our duty is never binding to us. Then our duty will become a reason for liberating. We have to perform our duty. Bhagavad Gita, we will read, not a single second one person can be without doing any activity. We are meant to do some action. Even if you think that I'm not doing anything, also we are doing something. So we cannot avoid duty. We cannot avoid action. Only thing we have to learn how to perform the action. That is the whole philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. How, in what consciousness we perform the action, so that my actions are liberating us. Somebody has asked that why the deity in the Jagannath Puri has a different form. Idol, no, it is not idol. We call them as a Archa Vigraha. Idol means just as a murti. It is not just the murti. It is Krishna is there in those deities. So we say the deity or the Archa Vigraha. It's a long story. Maybe one of the class I'll tell. There's a various story about why Jagannath has this beautiful form, why the Rath Yatra has been performed for him. So some of the class, sometime we will discuss this also. Today already we are very late, so I don't want to hold you all. Maybe Lata, meanwhile you can put some story about Jagannath in the group.
Yeah, I will put it in the group. Yes, Mataji.
So they can read it out.
Yeah, and we have the sloka recitation on Tuesday. It will be by 8 o'clock. Suppose even if I forget to put it in the group also, it is there. Every week it is fixed Friday, Saturday, and also on Tuesday. Some have given suggestion that 8 o'clock is late for them. Why we have opted for 8 to 9 is that because Friday is a working day for many people, and also Saturday. People in India, they work on Saturdays also. So we just want to give them some time. Okay, they have to come back and relax and they can join for the class. Otherwise, 7:30 is not a problem for us, but it's going to be a problem for the people who are working. That's why we opted for 8 to 9.
Yeah, so this is actually the reason for this is.
Yeah, I had a question, Mataji.
Yes. Yes, Divya.
Mataji, who's Shudra in this Kali Yuga?
Kalau Shudra Sambhava. Everybody is Shudra in Kali Yuga. Shudra is not a caste.
Okay, that is why
it's not a caste. Shudra, see how Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter,
Okay,
it will all come. Krishna says, Chaturvarnyam maya system guna karma vibhagasha. So division is based on the guna and karma. What activity we are doing and what guna we are. That is that decides that
Okay.
which varna we are, whether we are Brahmana. So if you are engaged always in reading and intellectual, your intellect class, then you are like a Brahmana. You always get interested in reading, knowledge, and understanding the knowledge and distributing the knowledge. That's a Brahmana. You have a more heroic. I want to rule the people, dominate, like controlling nature. Then this is Kshatriya. Vaishya is one who is always, you give them 10 rupees, they'll always think about how to make it 100. They are Vaishyas.
Okay, okay.
Always their
Okay.
business. Some people, if you give Brahmana, if you give 100 rupees, he'll bring 10 rupees next time, because he doesn't know how to make money. He can only talk about the
Okay.
Shastra, reading, giving knowledge, that's that kind of nature. But Vaishya, if you give 10 rupees, he'll think about how to make it 100. So that is a nature. And the
Okay.
nature of the Shudra is to serve others. So actually, we all have to serve others. Always everybody is doing, that's why we are
Okay.
called service class. We are all service class people. We are always trying to serve others. So by nature, we are all Shudras in Kali Yuga, but we can acquire by our qualities, we can acquire to become a Brahmana or Kshatriya, whatever. So
Mataji, your class is
whichever,
very enlightening.
thank you. I am like a postman. Prabhupada has written, so I am just trying to deliver it to you.
Some quotes like you have to plan for your next life. We never thought of such a thing that we can plan in this life what we are going to be in the next life. And many such things that gets into the mind will never, means we will think
I know.
many times about this.
Because
Thank you, Mataji.
we are living a particular kind of life or life after life. Nobody has taught us all these things. A very routine we are doing. Bhagavad Gita is very dynamic. You get to know what is going to be very responsible. We know what to do and then we behave like that. Try to behave in a particular manner. So it's that is a knowledge-based life. Yes.
I feel blessed to be here with you with this satsang. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Which part of
Mataji,
India you
there
are,
is-
Divya?
I am
There-
from Kerala.
Okay. Okay.
Kerala, my native place is at Ernakulam. I'm staying at Trivandrum, working in ISRO.
Okay. Wow. You are working for ISRO.
Yes.
Okay.
Mataji, there is a question.
Yeah.
We generally read the quotes as do not listen to what people say. Here, Lord Krishna is saying that people will speak of your cowardness.
I did not understand what question. It is question or it is just the.
No, it's. I think they need some clarification. Generally, they say no, Mataji. You don't mind what others think. You do
Okay.
whatever you feel it is right. You don't have to pay to the others' views. So
See-
why Lord Krishna is saying that people will speak of your cowardness?
Because see, when you are doing, see, there are two ways. When I am doing wrong, I have to listen to what is right. When I am doing right also, I don't have to listen what people say. Then I have to listen to myself. But when I'm doing wrong, I cannot say I'm doing wrong also. I will listen to myself. That is wrong, right? So there is always right and wrong. There is, so what comes through the scripture, what comes through the authority is the right. And if we do not behave like that, then we are doing wrong. That is the reason Krishna is telling you are like a coward. People will think that you are coward. You are running away from it because you are not doing your duty. But if you are doing the right thing, then you should not bother. It's okay. Whatever people say. Whatever people say, I am doing my duty well. I don't care what people say because people will keep talking about me. But I know through the Sadhu, Shastra and Guru, we should do the right thing.
Who decides that it is right or wrong?
That's what I'm saying. Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. Shastra decides right and wrong.
Okay.
Shastra. And Shastra, how do we know Shastra? Guru comes and teaches about the Shastra. Like now you are reading Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada has come and given us the purport of Bhagavad Gita. So now we are reading Bhagavad Gita. So Guru comes and teaches us what is written in the Bhagavad Gita. So that is the both are in the same line, then we are doing the right thing. So we have to check with our guru or the sadhu or the mentor that what we are doing is right or wrong, because our mind is very, very crazy. Everything what it does, it makes sure that it is right. So we are always under the control of our mind. So we do not know actually what is really right or wrong. So that is the reason we should go by the sadhu, shastra and guru. Like if you are living in India, how do you know what is right and wrong? There is some Indian constitution is there. Some law is there. That is, and law decides this is right, this is wrong. I cannot say in my house I am killing somebody. How does it matter to you? I am in my house, I am killing somebody. No, it is against the law of nature, law of your country or law of your nation or law of your city. So we cannot decide things on our own. There is always a law which we need to follow. So as in the material world, we follow the law of nature here. For the spiritual life or for our better this thing, we follow the law of nature. The law of the Lord, which he has made and he has given. These are our law book actually. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Ishopanishad. These are our law books. It teaches us how to do. All how should be taught in there. It is been taught here. So these are our law book. We need to follow the law book. Since we have not read future ever, so we think that, okay, what I think is only right. But lot of perspective will change by reading it. When we get the right answer from the right source. Does it answer your question, Radhashri Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Thanks for the explanation. I understood.
I think this is from Sindhu Mataji.
Okay.
He also asked.
Okay, so thank you all for being here, and I look forward for your association next class again, next Friday, same time.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripas patitanam
Thank you very much. Namaha. Nantakoti Vaishnava
Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
I have one question.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
You just speak about Ishopanishad, Upanishada.
Yes.
Yeah, in Sarvasar Upanishad, it is said that there are 6 type of bodies. First is a food body, second is energy body, third is
Pranamaya. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Anandamaya.
Yes. Anandamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya Kosh. So one body works on that body works on Manomaya Kosh, works on thoughts, what thought comes in our mind. And this energy body work is what we breathe. Breathing.
Yeah.
So, and that last one is Anandamaya.
Anandamaya.
Yeah. So, here we are seeing only 3 bodies, like soul, subtle body, and gross body. But there in Sarvasar Upanishad, it is given that there are 6 bodies.
Next
So
class.
how do we
Actually,
relate?
this was also but the topic. We'll put it in the next class. We'll explain it.
Okay, Mataji.
So this is the same life we have. When we are Annamaya and Pranamaya, these are very lower level of consciousness, like we just think about the food and the shelter and the body. So like that, in one life only you will have, in one body only you have this. These are the consciousness.
Yes.
These are not the different body. These are the consciousness at the different level, how our consciousness is. We'll discuss it in detail next class.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, Mataji. Thank you very much. Dandavat pranams. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Mataji.
much.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
All Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.